Hi, and welcome back to Craft Along with Jay. And if you're new, welcome. My name is Yetta, and I am so happy you could join me today. Today is that time of the month. It's time for the Just Our Imagination Challenge, and it's hosted by Kathy Joe DIYs and Rustic and Lace DIY. And the guest host this month is BB's Crafty Haven. The links to their channels will be down in my description box, along with the playlist for everybody else who is participating. So, yeah, these are always so much fun. So, I hope you enjoy it. These are must use items this month. It is wrapping paper, and I picked this one up from the Dollar Tree. And then it's also the burn covers from the Dollar Tree as well, and it comes in a pack of two. And then light bulbs. So yeah, I had an issue with these, so I inserted the ones I'm actually going to use, which is a solar light bulb instead. All right, let's get on to it. Project number one, I'm going to start out with the wrapping paper and my burn covers, and I'm going to trace them with the bottom down on my paper, and I'm going to trace both of them. And I do it on the bottom just because that's the size I need to go on the inside of my burn covers. And then I'm just going to lay the larger one right next to it and trace that as well. And if you don't get it cut straight to fit into the covers, it's okay. We're going to cover it anyway. So if it goes up the side of the burn covers a little bit, that's okay. If it's not quite to the edge, that's okay too, as long as it's not too much of a gap. You'll see in a second. But here we're going to go ahead and cut these um, circles out from our wrapping paper. And then we're going to just fit them into the burn covers like so. And mine are a little tiny bit bigger than the inside, so they're going to go up on the side a little bit, which is totally fine. Here I'm going to cover them the inside with some Mod Podge, and I'm just going to brush it on. I'll give it a good layer, but not too thick, like somewhere in between. You don't want to go too light either, so it's not going to stick. And here, and then I'm going to go ahead and put in my wrapping paper, and I'm smoothing it out, and I'm making sure the edges are kind of going up on the side, so there's nothing like crumbled up or hanging, uh, where it shouldn't be. And I'll do the same thing for the smaller one. And then I'm going to go in with the nautical rope, and we're going to take the tag off and the little zip tie that's around it. And then also it has a little bit of plastic cover on the tip, and we're going to go ahead and get that off as well. I think that's what I'm going to be doing next. Oh, I got a little bit of the Mod Podge wasn't completely dry, and a little bit had gotten onto my rope, and I wiped that off. And here I'm working on taking that little plastic cover off. And then we're going to go ahead and I'm putting some hot glue while wiping off the excess Mod Podge. Then I'm going to use the hot glue. We'll get there. And it's like on the side of the cover, but also on the paper that's up on the side a little bit, which actually worked out great because, hot glue and metal doesn't always, play nice together. So having some on the paper keeps the nautical rope in place as well. I'm going to go all the way around on the bottom. We're going to cover the sides on the inside and the side on the outside. So when I go to the next round up, I'm going to make sure there's some glue on the side of the burner, but also on the top of the nautical rope. So when you lay it down on top, if it doesn't attach all the way to the side, it will definitely attach to the top of the nautical rope underneath, if that makes sense. And here we got to the top, and then I'm starting to go down the side here. So I'm just gonna put a little, yeah, you can see a little bit on between the nautical rope and the side of the burner, and then I'm gonna lay it down right there. So now we're working on the outside. The back we're not gonna worry about because you're not gonna be able to see it. It's just the sides on the inside and the sides on the outside. And here I'm gonna go in and make a little hanger. And I'm going to tie a knot on one side or one end of the rope, but I'm going to have a little bit sticking out because I'm going to unravel them like you see here. So we have a little bit of a tassel hanging. And here I'm going to measure how much I actually need. And then I'm going to go ahead and cut that as well. And then make another knot on the same, on that side as well, with a little bit hanging to unravel the rope and make little tassels. I'm pulling as hard as I can to make sure that the knot is tight. And then I'm just working on the placements on the sides of my burner right here, figuring out where I want them. And I'm playing around with it a little bit. They do end up going up a little higher, as you'll see right here. And I'm just going to add a good amount of hot glue and attach them to the side. And I'll do the same thing on the other side. I guess after I'm done messing around with the hot glue strands. And there we go on the other side. And then I'll add some um, clamps from the Dollar Tree just to help hold it in place so the glue is completely dry. And then I'm going to take these white flower distressed, what are they called, wall plaques, and we're going to hang one in the middle of our burners on both of them. This was plan C because that is not what I originally had planned on having in here. Yeah, you'll see here in a second. So this is plan C. I had to do things like they're going to be a little bit out of order of the way I did things just because things did not quite work out the way I had originally thought they were gonna. But this worked out well. I love how this turned out. So it's all good. Sometimes things are gonna happen like that to get it to what it really should be like. So it's okay. So here's my little wall hanger. And then I have the smaller one. So it's a pair, it's a larger one and a smaller one. And I think that would look really super nice together. I don't have any hooks on my wall yet to hang things to display, so that's something I got to work on. But here they are side by side, and I think they're absolutely adorable. Let me know what you think about these ones. And now let's get on to project number 2. So the light bulbs were supposed to go with the wrapping paper and the burner covers. I had the little smaller ones, the glass ones from the Dollar Tree, and I broke every single one of them. I was trying to take them apart to get the insides out of it, and I broke all 3 of them. So, plan B, I had these Christmas solar lights from the Dollar Tree, and I grabbed 2 of those. So this doesn't work with my project. I thought I could still get all 3 in one, but it didn't work for what I wanted it to do. So that's why plan C was those flower plaques that I put in the middle of the burners. So these solar lights are going to become their own little project. I hope it all makes sense, but sometimes when you're crafting, things don't always work the way you want it to. And as you saw, I had a hard time opening these solar lights bulbs. I had to use my hot glue gun to kind of loosen up some of that glue because I needed to take this piece out on the inside, the solar light piece. And that was in tight, and I couldn't quite figure out why I couldn't get it out until I realized, well, it's actually screwed to something on the inside of the bulb. I thought it was just part of just the inside package where the screws were, but it actually attached to the bulb. So I had to unscrew the little screws and then pull the piece out. Yep, that's the piece. And then I'm putting it back together. And I'm going to do the same thing for the second one. And then I'm going to use Apple Barrel's khaki acrylic paint. And I'm going to use a sponge dabber and dab the paint onto um, my bulbs right here. And I'm not brushing it because it was going to leave streaks. So I'm going to dab it on because I need a nice good coverage. So both of them are going to get 2 coats of the khaki paint with this method right here. The third coat is going to be a different texture. but we'll get there. First, we got to get them covered. And I cover both of them except for the little handle thing where I'm holding it, the top part. We'll get to that later. I just needed something to hold them while I was painting them like this. So that's what it looks like. That's after one coat. And both of them are going to get two coats like that. So the third coat, I'm going to go in with some baking soda and then mix some of the paint with it. We're going to make it textured so when I dab it on to the bulbs, they're going to look more like it's ceramic. Yeah, just to give it texture, to give it different look, and just make it look, a bit more high end, or quite a bit more high end. So here I give it a good mix, and I got a little bit too thick, so I'm going to add a little bit more paint to kind of have it not as thick. And then I'm going to go in with a makeup sponge, and I'm going to go ahead and dab that on as well. I'm going to give you a little bit of a close-up so you can kind of see the texture starting to form on it right there. Maybe that's a bit too hard to see, but yeah. So that's kind of what that's going to look like. And I'm going to give them both one coat on the body of the bulb. I think I'm going to give you another close-up here just to see some more of that texture. Yeah, here you can see it. It looks really nice. I love it. And then I'm going to go in where the two pieces of the bulbs connect. There's a little bit of a gap. So I'm going to go in with a brush and I'm just going to dab some of that mixture around the edge of that to cover it up. And you're not going to be able to see that once it dries. So once they're finishing up drying, I'm going to go in with some Jenga blocks, and I chose the darker wood colored ones. And I'm going to use Dollar Tree's wood glue, and I'm going to add two pieces together. And then I'm going to add a piece in the middle on the top, and also a piece in the middle on the bottom. So you kind of have an X, just like so. And then I'm trying to figure out my next step. Sometimes I kind of have to work with it as I go along because it doesn't always work the way I want it to. So I was just trying to look at the placement of my bulbs um, and how I need to position my Jenga blocks. So here I'm just taking my little bulb here and putting it in the middle so I know the Jenga blocks that's standing up are in the right place on the base. So I'm just going to measure that in here. And then before I start adding the glue, I'm just kind of measuring how far they're in so that way I can get them in the right spot. And the measurements on the piece on top and the piece on bottom is about the same. I think it's about a quarter of an inch. On the sides, the measurement's a little bit different just because it's longer that way, because it's connected to the sides of um, the other two, if that makes sense. So they're going to go in a little bit further. So here I'm just making sure and it fits. I want it to be snug, but not so snug that you can't pull the bulb back out if you need to. So, but it can go in and it sits sturdy enough. It's not going to lean towards any sides. So here I'm just making sure that I measure it the right way. And here's what I made my mistake at first. I measured it the same all the way around, not realizing there was more space in between going horizontally. So once I put my bulb in there, I realized that I need to move them a little bit. So hence the reminder. It's longer horizontally, so you've got to move them in a bit more. So once I got that location, I got to clean up some of the excess glue because I had a bunch of it now because I had to move them. but it's okay. It kind of dries clear, and also I could get it off really easily. And then while it's sitting in there, it was a perfect holder for me to go ahead and cover the tops of the bulbs right here. And they're getting two coats of the baking soda mixture. So the whole thing looks ceramic, almost like a clay-like texture. And there they go. And then I'm going to go in with these beautiful florals that I got from Michael's at, I think it was 80 or 90% off sometime last year. So, and I love this purple color. I think they're gorgeous. So I'm just going to cut two pieces off from the stem and put them in my little vases. And that's it for these two. I think that turned out really good for being a plan C, a plan B. Yeah, there we go. And here's what they look like. Now the tops are going to look a little wet because they are. I didn't have time to let it dry completely before I had to finish up this video and get it edited to be ready for this evening. So it's still drying, but you kind of see the bottom. That's what it's going to look like when it's completely dry. And I think it's absolutely gorgeous. Let me know what you think. So let's take a final look at both our projects. So everything went in pairs today. So, but I think you can use it all year round, have it up in your home. You can jinx out the flowers and the little vases. I think it's absolutely beautiful. So let me know, did I pull it off with my must-use items? Or any ideas, suggestions? Um, Leave me a comment down in the comment section. And don't forget to check out that playlist. And don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and hype my video. I would really appreciate it. Until next time.